Well, many of us here at home can feel a bit disconnected from the war in Ukraine and unsure exactly how to help. But two Ohio University students are now in the thick of it, willingly putting themselves in danger to help their homeland. And fellow students are shining a light on their efforts to raise awareness. 10 TV's Brittany Bailey shows you why they say there is no place like home.
This is the sound of war. The sound that rang out just before we connected with Les Yakimchuk.
Russians missiles is dropping in our heads all the time. So I'm here. My mom is not here, fortunately.
Here is Kyiv. Here is home. Here is a homeland under siege.
I can't explain what I feel now, but it's just anger. I'm smiling because it's my protection, emotional protection, but I don't know what to say because it makes no sense for me.
He is here because he wants to be, needs to be, returning to Ukraine after the attacks first started. He's a student at Ohio University, and he could be safe there, but there is not home.
Where should I go? To Poland? To USA? I don't know, and be a refugee? I don't want to be a refugee.
And so he has turned from student to servant, teaming up with his fellow Ukrainian and OU classmate Olena Zinchenko to deliver much-needed supplies to the front line. Their efforts were captured on film by his friend and classmate Akash Pamarthi.
It felt more like a personal attack on my friends by Russia, so I felt very connected to this piece.
And shelter is full.
Full?
Yes, shelter is full and they are afraid to go out right now.
Also, it was very thin line being a friend and also being a filmmaker or a photojournalist, because I wanted them to know that I was there for them, not just like me shooting the film.
But he's doing it to raise awareness, to show his fellow students and the world the reality of war.
This is our skill, and if we can use our skill for spreading awareness, it is the right thing to do. For someone to know that there is no home or there will be no home, that is the terrible thing that could happen.
If I can hold a gun, and if my country need me to hold a gun, if I can be useful with this, I will.
And just imagine the courage it takes to say that when the danger, quite literally, hits too close to home.
I brought some lenses for guns from Poland, and I gave these lenses to one guy from our military, and this guy is dead now.
And yet he stays, ready to fight, ready to help, ready because home is where the heart is, and his heart is here at home.
It's just life without home. I know for me it's impossible. So if everybody will leave Ukraine, what will happen to our country? Who will left here? So yeah, I don't want to leave.
Brittany Bailey, 10 TV News.
Now, the two OU students are right now in Kyiv. They plan to keep delivering supplies while they can. Eventually, their efforts could be included in a larger documentary. We have a link to this first piece right now on our website at 10tv.com.